Please like, share and subscribe. And maybe you're not a big fan of my ums and ahs and my long pauses, so feel free to watch the video in 1.25x or 1.5x. Thank you. Enjoy the video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. I hope you're keeping yourself safe and that the weather and the excessive rain haven't affected you. If the disaster has, I hope that you and your family you're able to get through the troubling times. Now I would like to head straight into my topic for today, which is why I feel profile building activities like MUNs and competitive debates and other activities that I'll get into, why I feel they might not hold any value in real life. So I am no expert at MUNs. I have only attended 2 of them. Once I think I started my journey in 10th grade. Basically, I was not aiming to join medicine as a career. All I wanted to do was I wanted to go abroad, and I was told that I needed to do certain activities that would help build my CV, or have I should have something to show on my resume. And well, I went for my first MUN. It was a training MUN. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think I even got a certificate or something, like a participation certificate and another certificate or whatnot. I really did enjoy the thing, but the I enjoyed being social. I enjoyed talking to people. I enjoyed learning. Where my strengths were and where my weaknesses were, at least in the whole debating system. But the core of it, it was okay. The MUN process, it was okay. Eventually I did go for another MUN. It was also pretty good, considering that it was organized by students, and there are limitations to things that are organized by students. And it went pretty okay, and I think that I had developed a liking for MUNs about that time. But like I've mentioned in my video regarding the coaching system, around the time when I had to enter the coaching system, at that time I had to abandon these activities because you kind of sort of forced to leave these activities. But of course there are people who did maintain these extracurricular activities, and I must appreciate their efforts and the way they balance things well. I would say from my coaching, like from entering coaching to getting into medical college, and perhaps getting into my second year, around that time was when I started attending debates in my college, which weren't very frequent. But okay, so there was a 4-year gap in which I would say that overall my English skills and my debating muscle, it did atrophy, and I don't think I'm that good a debater now, especially speaking under that sort of pressure and sort of restrictions. Anyways, so I basically what I wanted to emphasize was that I am no expert at MUNs. I haven't attended too many of them. I have done just enough to have a feeling and an opinion about them, and I might have shot myself in the foot by starting this video by saying or by revealing the truth. But just maybe listen what I have to say. Maybe you'll resonate with it. Maybe you feel that I'm a loser. That's okay, fine. Again, I feel that I do have opinions to share, and again, in a non-competitive environment where only if people want to hear what I have to say, they can listen to it. I am not trying to fight someone's opinions or statements on it. Now, MUNs, there is that obvious benefit of developing good public speaking skills. There is also the you have to go through the effort of understanding the country that you're going to represent. You're supposed to understand their um, politics and the way they view things. But I feel that broadly, is this helping you out IRL, in real life, considering that you're not, like, okay, you're developing your public skills, but are you going through every single country's history and policy, and understanding how they think, or how they are going to think? And you're just going through the surface level of what it is, because at max you're given what, 10-20 days before the actual MUN to prepare for what it is. Can you understand an entire country in 10-20 days? And well, of course, even inside countries there are differing political opinions, and there is that thing that where a country's perspective can change real quick. So uh, there is that aspect. There is also the theatrics involved. Like, of course, you're speaking very formally, and that's okay, and that is necessary in a lot of real world settings. But all the theatrics, I don't know. And what is at stake here, and what are the personal goals of the people who are attending these MUNs or debates? Like, I feel at stake there is, like, really there is nothing that is the world going to change? No. Okay, fine, no one is aiming at that. And talking about what are the personal stakes, are these students, are they going to join these are they going to become politicians? Are they going to speak at world forums? I actually do happen to know one person who feels like they would like to do that, and I would say that one person is an oddity, is an exception. But most students who are attending these events, they have they also have that same goal, that, oh, I want to have something on my CV. I want to show something that, oh, I have participated in this um, academic activity. But are what the stuff that you are doing, is that actually virtuous? I feel that it only shows, unless you're going in that field. If you're going towards politics or policy making or whatever. Other than that, I feel it is very self-serving. The idea of you know pretending to do good, because like, morals are the grammar of politics. It is not a line that I have used ever before in my life. It is something that I discovered while researching about this topic, for while I was trying to make this video. So yes, end of the day, we as humans do want to have some moral backing to what we're saying or what we're doing. Where we derive our morals from is another whole another question. Is it cultural? Is it religious? Is it philosophical? Is if it's it derives itself from philosophy, which philosophy, to what extent? So we're trying to do something that is morally high standing, knowing that the world is not perfect, knowing that the people or the countries that you're going to represent may or may not have done everything morally right. And the whole aspect of it, like doing it for your own career growth, again, no, only exceptions are if you know trying to enter politics or something like that, then where is the morality behind it? Am I saying that debates or debating in itself is uh, fruitless? I don't think so. I think that debates are very they are inherent to the active human mind. Of course, we jump to some conclusions. We jump to certain standards when we are thinking about things, but um I do, and I hope most of my audience does this thing where if something really new comes up, they think about it and they have a minor debate. Like every time I am trying to make a video, I do get into a debate with myself, or I would almost call it an imposter syndrome like thing, where I have to understand it, do people in the world need to know what I am thinking? Am I really that good enough to preach something to the world? So another reason why I call my videos as op pieces and not exactly virtues to live by or whatever. So yeah, debating itself is very important. It is very important for your whatever you consider your soul to be, because you need to do that. But overall, mixing politics and this thing that satisfies your soul is kind of fruitless, because I would not get into politics or give any specific political examples, but when you see politics in our country, the debates in our country, have they led to anything? I don't think so, because a lot of people already have opinions on what is going on. It is very rare that something very new comes up which does not spring from um, uh, the wing system of politics, where there is that obvious that okay, the left wing would go for this thing, would support it or be against it, and the right would do the opposite. So whatever thing that you align to, at least you to begin with, you have a leaning towards a particular opinion. And uh, and really, is it life changing to a majority of the population? Of course, when something is about a minor population, then of course that population is affected. But to the majority, I don't feel that it has a major difference. It makes a major difference. And also on international forums, again, saying I'm not calling out any particular forum, but what forum is being mocked in MUNs, is it is that particular forum achieving something? Like the major conflicts in the world, uh, are they being resolved by this forum? It's not. So again, I maybe there are merits to having that forum, but I feel that by replicating it, um, we're not gaining a lot of it's not fruitful, is what I feel, as a human being, as a person who has only attended two of them and who has a lot of opinions. So that ends the MUN part of things, and going to other aspects of the CV building um, in um, student life, I would say. So other activities can include some voluntary work that you have done. So uh, what again? What virtues signal are you sending out with having that volunteer work on your CV? Especially like if the work was done in the peri uh, in the peri application period of your CV or whatever. See, like I can understand why charity is important. It is important, and it should be a part of what we do. But we need to understand uh, that there's a difference between altruism and charity. Like the charity here, or the volunteer work here, is not being done out of the goodness of your heart. You're doing it because there is some very specific goal. Like I feel, of course, um, having that satisfying, like you can debate that having a feeling of satisfaction is also a product that you're generating out of when the most altruistic things. But overall, this volunteer work or this charity work is not voluntary, because if we are setting up systems that require volunteer work or require this charity, is that being done out of the goodness of your own heart? Then I would say paying taxes is also charity. Should that also be counted in your CV? That, oh, like you earned money and you paid taxes. Of course, I understand that students cannot really earn that amount of money, but oh, okay, you earned a lot of money and you gave it to the government. Should that count? So yes, uh, altruism, it deserves to be recognized, but not this involuntary volunteering or this involuntary charity that uh, with teaching ourselves and the you know students and the children who are younger than us, that, oh, you need to pretend to do good work uh, to be capable to make a career out of things. You need to do good things because they are important, because they are inherent to a society. It's not just me, it's not just my family. We live in a society, there are other people. We do good because we love that society. We do good because the other people, with the hopes of that the other people will do good to us. And even if they don't, it is our responsibility to do what is right and what is, again, good. So that is my opinion in short on the involuntary voluntary work that students are doing, or that is expected out of students to have something to put on their CV. And I don't know what should replace these things on in the CV, but I feel that um, some like letters of recommendations from people, of course, people who are reputed and people who have been close to the student in question do make more sense. The people who have observed their work ethic, their willingness to work in teams, willingness to go beyond what is only beneficial to them. But I hope that you won't take this last part too seriously, because again, I myself am saying that I don't know what should replace it, but I know enough, in at least in my heart, that this show off, it's not going to lead to a better world. It's not even going to lead to a world that was the way it was before things like these happened. It will lead to a more selfish world, because that is what it is. It is incredibly selfish, uh, exploiting uh, these emotions, this work for personal benefit. So that's all. Thank you.